Hello, peepers. Hello. Good morning. I feel like I'm not getting enough light in here. I wonder if I did this. Would this make a difference? I don't know. Hey, my baby. Hi from New Orleans. What's up, New Orleans? Nolans. My grandma called me that. That's how my grandma greet people. Hey, my baby. Good morning, Daisy. Hey, Risa. Hello, people in YouTube land. Can we get the hearts moving, guys? Good morning. It is a very gloomy day. Fall is officially here. Fall is here, y'all. It's not even joking with us. It is here. What's good? What's good? What is good, y'all? I've been catching some heat today. Well, I caught some heat last night. Let me grab some water real quick. Hold on. Oh, good morning. Yeah, and it's a little chilly. Hi, Derry. Hi, Steven. Good morning. Hello from Arizona. Good morning, guys. Can we get the hearts pumping? And Risa, today in YouTube, let them run their mouth. Just go against them. Just talk shit in the comments, but let them be. They not phasing me. Let them be. All right, Mississippi, I see y'all. Hey, Nene, we're in Atlanta. The weather will change quickly. Can I see your shirt? Oh, yeah, this is another one of my shirts that I'll be pulling out. It's Certified Yapper. It's going to have a black hand as well, a brown black hand as well. But, I couldn't let my light-skinned girls go out like that. So this is another one of my shirts. I thought I'd wear it today because I haven't worn this one online. It's called Certified Yapper. Talking my shit. I am getting my website done. I have somebody working on it. Just give me some time, y'all. I appreciate it. Hi from North Carolina. Thank you, Lele. Ooh, I'm being nosy today. I'm all in people's business outside. Fluffy folk friendly. Yes, it'll be fluffy folk friendly. Did that fluffy folk? That's too many F's for me. What's up, Cuzzo? Hi, Crystalline. Good morning, y'all. Let's get these hearts pumping so we can get this info dropped. I'm gonna go off on a little tangent. Hi from Virginia. Hi, Godspeed. Hello, G family. Hello. Y'all, I'm about to take these braids out. I'm trying to leave them in until homecoming because I just don't feel like doing my hair for homecoming. I'm trying to wait. Even broke a nail, man. And this is my real nail. I'm trying to, I can't. Y'all, my hair itch. My scalp itch. Everything itches. Thank you for telling people to tap the screen. I appreciate it. All right, let's get this shit popping. So last night, our VP, Kamala Harris, went in and she was on her book tour. Aaron Parnas was interviewing her. And they had some pro-Palestine activists in her fucking audience. Yes, I've already made a video about it, but it's not pushing. I think the algorithm is trying to hold that shit back. But they had some pro-Palestine activists in the fucking audience disrupting her as she is trying to speak about her book. Y'all are bitch made. For any pro-Palestinian that goes to a private citizen's event, because let me make something very clear. I call her my vice president, but she is actually a citizen. She is a private citizen now. She don't run nothing. Remember? That's what the fuck y'all wanted. So why did y'all bring y'all asses to a place that y'all are not going to make a difference at? I told y'all hoes last year that y'all fucked up. and you go to this black woman's event who is a private citizen now, and you go show your fucking ass. Y'all are weak as shit. Weak. And that's why everything y'all trying to push ain't fucking working. Y'all are so fucking weak. You can't even go to the president. You can't go protest outside the White House. You can't go protest with him going and walking every fucking where. Y'all have to go to her shit. Y'all have to go to her shit. Your pro-Palestinian movement is fucked up here in America. It ain't moving shit. Now, everybody else around the world, they doing their goddamn thing. But y'all hoes are suppressed here. You're chicken shit. And going to that black woman's event shows your anti-blackness. Because y'all can't leave her the fuck alone. Y'all got problems. Y'all cannot leave her the fuck alone. What good did it do to go and protest? What good did that shit do? Y'all made it very clear that y'all did not want Kamala Harris in office. Y'all did everything y'all fucking could to make sure that she did not win. And now y'all hoes want her to speak for y'all? I wouldn't say shit for y'all. I would not. I wouldn't say a mother. And I wish she would have said that. I wish she would have said that. I know she's poised and she holds her head high and she stays above the fold. But I would have said, y'all didn't want me. What you want from me now? I would have said that. I would have shut that shit down. Y'all did not want me. Why the fuck are y'all here? I can't do nothing for you. Not a damn thing. Y'all made it very clear where y'all stood during the election. I told y'all hoes, y'all was going to be eating crow. I told y'all was going to be eating crow. And you know what? Kamala Harris had one thing right. It's not good to say, it's not a good feeling to say I told you so. Because it's not. It's not a good feeling to say I told you so. But you know what, bitch? I'ma say it. I told y'all so. I told y'all putting that man in office was going to be a problem for y'all. I said that there was going to be a problem for Palestinians. I said it was going to be a problem for Gaza. I said that shit. But everybody wanting to deem her everything but the child of God. And now y'all at her fucking book signings and her book readings trying to protest. You look stupid. Y'all look stupid. Dumb. Y'all got what y'all voted for. Or I'm sorry, didn't vote for. Y'all got what y'all wanted because y'all really thought Jill Stein was going to do some shit for y'all. Y'all really thought Jill Stein had y'all back. Now y'all realizing that y'all fucked up and now you trying to go so y'all can get some acknowledgement from her. Baby, I wish Madam Vice President would tell y'all hoes where to go. I really wish she would tell y'all where the fuck to go. I really wish she would do that shit because you show up in my shit. At that point, I would have had you escorted out. Because now I'm not the president. I ain't running for shit. I would have had you escorted out of the event. Because now you fucking with my peace. You are fucking with my peace. And I'm going to say this again. It was only two people that was going to run for president. Jill Stein never had a fucking chance whatsoever. Y'all put her in there to siphon votes for Kamala Harris. And then y'all ask people not to vote. And then y'all ask people to sit out the election. And then some of y'all hoes made deals with Trump, Dearborn, Michigan. Some of y'all made deals with that man. And y'all gave him a plaque. And he slapped y'all in y'all face. Because like he said during the election, I don't care about y'all. I just need y'all vote. And now y'all asses are in this black woman's face, fucking with her peace. Instead of handling the business with the person that's actually running the office. You know why you can't do that shit? Because you scared. You are bitch made. Because you know that woman, that black woman will give you space and grace to feel and speak. That white man in that office will not give y'all that grace nor that space to fucking speak. Y'all fucked y'all people over when y'all allowed that man to get in fucking office. I said that shit last year. I said that shit this year. And I'm going to keep fucking saying it. It is y'all fault. Palestinians have gone down so much. It is y'all fault. Y'all fault. Y'all did that shit. No one else is to blame but y'all. And that's kind of fucked up. How y'all don't even take accountability for your own shit. You don't take accountability for your own actions, Maya. Yeah, me and that bitch still got problems. Jill, her running mate. Y'all do not take fucking accountability for y'all shit. Do you honestly think the West Bank would be trying to be annexed at this moment if Kamala Harris is in office? Do you honestly think there would have been an AI simulation of a fucking resort with Kamala Harris and Benny sitting on the fucking sand drinking Mai Tais? Do you honestly think that shit would be happening? No, it would not. The only thing that was blocking Benny Boy for going all out, full court press on Palestinians in Gaza was Biden and fucking Kamala Harris. Because as soon as they were pushed out the way, Benny went to work. He went to work. He is living his best fucking life. And you know who's paying for it? Not y'all hoes over here. At least not yet. They paying for it. For y'all dumbass mistakes. And now y'all looking for her to save y'all. Stop looking for black women to save y'all. Stop. That black woman can't do shit for you. And if I was her, I wouldn't do shit. I wasn't voted in to do shit. We tried to tell y'all asses over and over and over again. We tried to tell y'all over and over and over again that was not the fucking move. But y'all got y'all asses on y'all shoulders. And y'all really thought y'all knew what the fuck y'all was doing. We gonna break the system. We gonna break the system. We gonna break this. Bitch, you ain't break nothing but people's spirits. You didn't break nothing but people's spirits. That's all, like, that's all the fuck you did. You just broke people's spirits and broke people's hope. And y'all smiled while y'all did it. And then y'all said, now can we get to more important things like Palestine? No, ho. Do you see what the fuck we in right now? Do you see we are in the brink of fascism? Do you see that shit? All because of y'all dumbasses? Yes, I am adding y'all in the mix with the Cubans and the Venezuelans and the 50% of white women. And I am adding y'all in with them hoes. Nobody gets any kind of relief with me. Y'all have not learned a fucking thing yet. When black women speak, it is best for you to listen. Because we not just speaking for us. Because we know we at the bottom of the fucking food chain. We are speaking for everybody. The best interest of everybody. And y'all asses fucked up. You leftists, you Kamala nevers, you Jill Stein followers, this pro-Palestinian, y'all fucked yourselves up. Leave that woman alone. Leave her alone and come see me. She can't say what she need to say, but I can say that shit. I have no problem saying that shit. You're fucking losers. And the only people that are paying for your actions is across the border because they getting shipped off left and right. Palestinians, trans people, the LGBTQIA, the education system. Everybody's paying for y'all stupid ass actions during the election. If I was y'all, I would go crawl under a fucking rock and hide for the next 4 years and pray that we get another chance to have an election. Y'all should be hiding. FBA, your mama ain't shit. Somebody get FBA out my room. She forgot to swallow. Get him out my room. I don't have time for fake ass black men. I don't have time for fake ass black men. Y'all, I ain't got time for y'all FBA niggas either. I ain't got time for y'all. Because y'all think y'all separate from everybody too. No, you still black. And you still got to play with the system. See, that's the problem with a lot of y'all. Y'all think y'all can break the system from outside. In order to break the system, you got to be in the center of that hole. You can build all this shit on the outside all you want. It won't make a fucking thing. Because that hole got a fucking barrier. The system has a barrier. The only way to get that shit fixed is to infiltrate that hole. And y'all fucked up during the election. Leave that black woman alone. I am sick of that shit. Like, it's like she can't get a moment of peace from y'all asses. It is very tiring to see that shit over and over and over again. Like, y'all have nothing else better to do whatsoever. And that is all I have to say about that topic. Next up, the pew-pewing yesterday. Another white man. Another white man. The white community has an epidemic. And they never wanted to acknowledge it because it never really affected them. See, I'm going to say this. A lot of white folks like to say, well, what about the fight? What about the gangs in Chicago? What about the black on black crime? You know what? Black on black crime happens, but it affects only black people. White crime affects everybody. You want to know why? Because white people hate everybody. Not all white people, but majority of y'all that go on these attacks, y'all don't like nobody. Everybody's a fucking target. Everybody is a target. Y'all target trans community. Y'all target women. Y'all target children. Y'all target immigrants. Y'all target other white men. That is the difference. Black on black crime only affects black people. White crime affects everybody. But that is not something y'all as a community, as a race, want to acknowledge. Y'all have a problem with your white men because they're going into places and they're attacking people for no reason. And they turn around and they take themselves out 9 times out of 10. So they already cowards. They're already cowards. And this man, Joshua, John, with a German last name, sometimes Jewish, he was another one of them. I'm at this point, I don't give a fuck what side of the aisle they're on. I don't care. I don't care what side of the aisle they're on anymore. Every time it pops up, it's one of y'all. Y'all been indoctrinated on the goddamn online. Y'all that fucking weak-minded that y'all get indoctrinated to the point where y'all want to hurt people. Y'all that weak-minded. Because that's where that comes from, weak, being weak. You can't indoctrinate me into shit. That is a weak-minded individual that gets indoctrinated on the internet. Have you ever seen Higher Learning? As a white person, you need to go watch that movie and learn what indoctrination is and what type of people get indoctrinated. You need to go watch Higher Learning. Because y'all really have a problem. I don't care that he's on the left. I don't care if he's on the right. I don't care about that. I care that it is another white male attacking people that did not do anything to them whatsoever. When it's gang members, they talking about turf. They going after each other because they got personal beef. When y'all attack people, it ain't personal. Y'all go into a Walmart and take people out. Y'all go into a church and take people out. Y'all go into a supermarket and take people out. Y'all take aim and y'all snipe folks. That's different. Y'all don't want to, y'all do not want to acknowledge that y'all have a problem. Y'all don't want to acknowledge that. And it's going to keep happening until y'all acknowledge that white crime is an issue. Y'all keep going to have this problem if y'all don't understand that most of y'all white mass pew-pewers, most of the people that are doing these mass pew-pewing and this political violence is white folks. It's white men. Political violence is coming directly from white men. No matter what side of the aisle they're on, they're still white men. And 9 times out of 10, they've been indoctrinated online somehow, some way. I don't care what side it's on. Y'all got a problem. Because what happens is y'all problem feeds into other communities, i.e., what happened to CK? You know what happened? We got put in that shit. Our schools were under attack with BOMB threats. We had nooses hanging on our goddamn campuses. We had white men talking about white men, take our country back, fight back white men. Who are y'all fighting against? It was a white man that did it. Who are y'all fighting against? Because the only way y'all know how to act, y'all don't want to admit that it's your own people. So your brain is trained to automatically turn your hate onto people of color and to black people. We had nothing to do with the CK event, but yet our schools were attacked. You want to know why? Because y'all don't want to admit that y'all have a problem with y'all own community. So y'all turn y'all anger onto the people that y'all been doing it to for fucking centuries, black people. We had nothing to do with that shit, but our schools were shut down the next day. Our children are on high alert. Nooses are being found. People being strange fruited. Y'all problems become everybody's problems. Y'all problems become everybody's problems. And now you got fucking young white men that are trying to emulate CK, thinking they have the fucking audacity to come on our campuses and say illegals should be deported. Battle me. Do y'all not know black people come in all different types of cultures? There are Nigerians, there are Haitians, there are Jamaicans, there are Afro-Dominicans. These are first generation college students. You walk your ass onto a black campus and you say you want to battle and you want to debate. We don't debate racism. We don't debate racism. We don't debate white Christian nationalism. It is not a debate. Y'all come onto our campuses, that is a threat to us. And I'm going to tell you this right now, like I said yesterday, those children, because those are still children on those campuses, have a lot of resilience. Because if you would have walked on my campus in the early 2000s, you would have been praying somebody saved y'all. And that's not a threat. You're invading our space. Keep y'all Charlie Kirk, y'all Turning Point USA, keep that on white campuses. Don't bring y'all asses to our shit. There is no debate. We don't want to talk to y'all. Y'all should have known that shit by the way we voted. We don't want nothing to do with y'all. We have no interest on having a debate with white nationalists. We have no interest on having a debate with racist people. And if you walk in there with a MAGA hat, you are racist. That's it. If you walk in and you black with a MAGA hat, you a coon. That's it. That is it. We don't want to talk to y'all. And our children should not have to be subjected to that shit because y'all trying to make a name for yourself. We see all y'all wannabes trying to replace him. Y'all trying to make a point. Y'all trying to make a name for yourself. So y'all deciding to take it a step further and going into black communities and black colleges. Once again, we ain't have shit to do with what happened. But yet y'all trying to bring y'all shit on our campuses. You can report me all the fuck you want. I don't care. The only reason you talking about report, Zach, is because you know I'm telling the truth. We don't want to battle y'all. We don't want to have a conversation with y'all. That is not a place for y'all. If we wanted to invite y'all to our campuses, we would have said that shit. We would have said that. But then y'all go on our campus, y'all record live, y'all try to make it seem like it's hostile, and that white boy said, oh my God, I went to Gaza. This is worse. I've been in Palestine. This is way worse. Why? Because you thought you had a space? You really thought that? You thought that your whiteness was going to give you a space on a black campus? Y'all really thought that? That is audacity. That is white superiority at its finest. And when you got your ass handed to you and you lucky you had police show up. You're lucky. Y'all should see the other side of YouTube. They putting bananas. They spelling out Nigger. They calling me a victim. If I'm the victim, you're the aggressor. If I'm a victim, you're the aggressor. And like I told y'all yesterday, y'all don't have to be here. Y'all don't have to be here. Y'all are so obsessed with us. I really feel like it's an obsession. They are obsessed with black people. They are obsessed. They have nothing else going on. They are obsessed. They have nothing else going on. Y'all are obsessed with me. Y'all love me. I appreciate it. Y'all really do love me. Y'all are so obsessed with me. Y'all pop up every day just to run my algorithm up. They trying to report my channel and get me permanently banned. For what? For speaking the truth? For speaking the truth? Y'all mad at me for speaking the truth? You mad? You're mad that I'm speaking the truth? You're mad that you are not welcome on black campuses? You mad that y'all are trying to replace a man that everybody's already said is irreplaceable? Y'all trying to make a name for yourself? Y'all trying to be the aggressors? Y'all trying to antagonize black students who are just there trying to get an education in a safe environment? And y'all mad? Y'all are always the problem. Y'all can y'all tell that we don't even go in their spaces? We don't even want to be near them. Never want to be near them. It's always them invading our spaces. It's always them invading our spaces. They have no fucking boundaries. They think they're entitled to everything. You are not entitled to black spaces. You're not entitled to our children. You're not. And I'm going to make something very clear. Black people don't make it about racism. White people do. Okay? White people make it about racism. Okay? Y'all said black people deserve to be in chains. Y'all said Japanese deserve to work for y'all. Y'all created this country based off of racism and classism. So this is all on y'all and your ancestors. You're just benefiting from it. Now, let's get into some more news. Tyler Robinson's roommate has vanished. They say that roommate is gone. They don't know where that roommate went. The truck is still there on campus, but he is nowhere. Or I think she. I want to say she. Yeah, Tyler roommate has vanished. The roommate's beaten up Infinity Compact was left behind in St. George, Utah home. The roommate has not been charged with the crime, but is gone. It's gone. Vanished. Bye. Can't find him. Gone. They don't know where that person went, but I ain't mad at them. Get the hell out of Dodge. You do not want to be subject to hate, especially if she is trans. I ain't gonna lie. I would get the hell out of Dodge too, especially if she is trans, because you already know that these white Christian nationalists and these people that follow CK's teachings are going to go after her if they can find her. That's not even a lie. We already know how they think. We already know how they think. Thank y'all for leaving my chat. I appreciate it. And of course, with the pew-pewing in Dallas, 2 migrants were unalived. 2 migrants did lose their life. The shooter did take themselves out. And no police officers were hurt. Now, that one casing that had anti-ice on it, it was written in by a Sharpie. Honestly, I don't think... everybody can't write shit every time. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I do not believe that. I don't believe everybody that's trying to take somebody out is going to write something on everything. I don't believe that. Y'all can be Charlie Kirk. Fight the power. They keep saying that I am Charlie Kirk. I don't care. Be him. Be him all you want. Wear him like a Halloween costume. So, they don't even... Be him all you want, okay? Y'all need therapy if y'all want to be somebody else. Jimmy Kimmel, baby, he did his big thing. Now, you know, I told y'all Frumpy tweeted out on Truth Social that Jimmy Kimmel's ratings were down and he was bad for ABC. Baby, Tuesday night, Jimmy Kimmel's ratings was 6.7 million people. 6.7 million viewers watched him. That's not even, I know that's not all just America. They had to be out of the country too. 6.7 people tuned in to see what the hell he had to say. I know Frumpy is pissed off. I know he mad. That had to piss him off for real. Because I'm like, I just told these people he had fucked up low ratings and he come back with 6.7 million views. How the fuck that happened? I'll be like, God damn. That is crazy. That is some crazy work. That is some crazy work. 6.7 million viewers. I would be eating out. I'd be like so stressed out at that point. And y'all, I'm just going through the news clippings. That is it. I am going through the news clippings. The next clipping. CK had an anonymous reporting. There was an app anonymously reporting individuals, accusing them of speaking ill against conservative activist CK. And the people that were reporting were told that their data would not be leaked. Welp. That was a lie. That was a lie. So the app known as Cancel the Hate was taken offline on Thursday amid an investigation into the data leak by Straight Arrow News. Launched in the wake of Kirk's taken out of, I can't say that word, Cancel Hate aims to hold individuals accountable for their public words, according to the website. It calls on users to express concern and submit intel on alleged offenders. Their names, locations, their employers, all this other stuff. But what happened was the people that were submitting everybody's information, they found a flaw in the app. The flaw in the app was discovered by a security researcher who identifies himself as Bob the Hacker. I've heard of him before, Bob the Hacker. Yeah. So they enabled exposure user information, such as their emails and their phone numbers and their names. So while they were sitting there trying to snitch on people, they turned around and got all their information spread out. So they had to take it down. I'm like, dang. Like that's a little bit of karma. Honestly, doxing people is illegal anyways. But that's a major flaw in anybody's app. That's a major flaw in anybody's app. These are not Viking braids, baby. This would never be on a Viking woman. Her hair would not been able to take this, baby. That's crazy. let's get ready for a hiring and a firing. The government may shut down in 5 days. They're at a standstill. Democrats and Republicans, they're at a standstill, and they will shut down the government. They're going to shut down the government if they don't come together. But Trump is trying to rehire hundreds of federal workers after Doge lays off backfires. Okay? See, now they got to gather people back because they ain't got enough people to run the government anymore. Now they got to bring folks back. How ironic is that shit? Now you got to bring folks back. So, it is projected that $460 million in savings on government leased buildings, now revised to $140 million. So the Trump administration is recalling hundreds of federal workers laid off earlier this year under Elon's Doge, after the cuts left agencies understaffed and disrupted operations. According to an internal memo, the General Services Agency has given dismissed employees until the end of the week to accept reinstatement, with the return to work date as October 6th. Many of the workers have continued to receive pay during the 7th-month absence, while GSA racked up costly lease issues by cutting staff too quickly. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. We got to bring everybody back now, all them goddamn cuts. The aggressive cuts by Doge pushed to shrink the federal workforce led thousands of resignations and retirements, early retirements. Y'all got to think, some of these government workers, they old and they love their job and they didn't want to quit, but they could have retired. A lot of them just went into early retirement. Like, baby. So, he said nearly half of this agency's 705,000 7,000 leases. Oh, they got 705. They got that many damn leases? 7,500 leases were targeted for cancellation and hundreds of properties were slated for sale. However, backlash forced the administration to nearly spare 500 leases. Baby. I thought you could just, bring that shit on. I really thought that, that shit was working for them. The cuts cost them. It cost them immensely. So now they got to bring people back. I don't know who's going to come back, but they're coming back. It is what it is. Now, data analysts and critics are saying that the new deal with Oracle is just going to be another surveillance. So, like I told y'all before, if y'all not doing basic ass shit on this app, you're going to have to go. It is going to be a surveillance tool. Okay? All these people that are going to be running TikTok are all Trump's people. And find another place. They're going to retrain the algorithm. They're going to be surveilling people, and it's going to be dangerous. This is going to be a white Christian nationalist platform. It is going to push propaganda to make Trump and the administration look good. That's all it's going to be for. And to spread misinformation. It's going to be like X, but on an overload. So, as soon as they get that new app, bounce if you need to. Trump unveiled his Walk of Fame at the White House. Remember, he had a Walk of Fame, and every president that was ever a president was put on the Walk of Fame. But when you got to Biden, he put an auto pin. That man is petty. He put an auto pin there for Biden. Petty as hell. Petty as fuck. But it'll change back once he's out of office. Pokemon has responded. I know everybody saw the Homeland Security video using Pokemon as the theme song and putting immigrants on Pokemon cards, talking about gotta catch them all. They are suing. Yes. They are suing the government You cannot use people's shit, especially Pokemon. Though that was created by immigrants. that are y'all stupid? Pokemon is like an Asian Korean kind of fucking game. That is illegal as shit. And y'all know they gonna win. They about to take y'all fucking money. Y'all cannot use their music, their likeness. They stole everything. And you thought Pokemon was not going to respond. Them Chinese, Japanese people, they about to get their money. They are about to get their money. Like, y'all need to take that shit down. I heard it. I was like, I'm gonna be the very best. And I was like, okay, who doing the Pokemon thing? And I looked down at the screen. It said DHS.gov. The fuck? DHS.gov. Baby, that is going to be crazy. Like, that is crazy. Japan, China, whatever the fuck, they gonna sue the hell out of the DHS and they gonna win. I ain't being racist. I just don't know who exactly made Pokemon. But I love watching Pokemon. Okay? Pikachu was my man. Pikachu. That was my man back there. But yeah, that is definitely happening. There's a bunch of people that were part of that area that are telling them to take their videos out of that. I did not approve of that. You have to ask people to be like a commercial like that. Yeah, that puts a target on people's backs as well, especially if those people do not want to be out there like that. Like, that's crazy. Roseanne is pissed. Roseanne is mad, y'all. Roseanne accuses ABC of double standards amid Jimmy Kimmel returning. She's like, I got my whole life ruined. You got your life ruined because you was a racist. And didn't you do a whole rap song talking about black people? I got a question. For the white folks that like to use rap and rape and be racist, how y'all gonna use our culture to be racist towards us? Like, y'all can't do shit without us. Y'all can't even be racist without us. Y'all can't even be racist without us. Y'all got... How is that possible? I'm just saying. You sitting there trying to talk like Paul Wall. Like, I don't get it. Y'all can't even be racist without us. Y'all need us for every goddamn thing. The caucasity. Well, Roseanne talking about her life was ruined and everything because she decided to go off on a racing tangent and calling everybody by the end on TV and in public. Girl, you didn't think you was not going to lose your job? You had black castmates. You had black people on Roseanne. That ain't smart. That ain't smart. That ain't smart. According to Trump, he tells the Muslim leaders that he won't allow Israel to annex West Bank. Give me a 1 in the chat if you think that shit is true. The U.S. President Donald Trump promised Muslim and Arab leaders during a meeting Tuesday that he would not allow Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to annex the occupied West Bank. 6 people familiar with the discussion told American news website Politico that Trump assured the leaders Israel would not be allowed to absorb West Bank, which remains under governance of the Palestinian Authority. I don't think he meant for that to get out. Honestly, I don't think he meant for that to get out. I don't think he meant for that to get out. I'm just gonna say that. Um, Frumpy with the fucked up wig disrespects Kamala Harris. Calls her dumb as rocks for saying that the 2024 election was the closest presidential race in the 21st history, which she wasn't lying. He thinks because he won the popular vote that it was like a landslide. There's only 1 million and some change at the real vote. I'm gonna say this: if you can't pronounce words on live TV, you can't call nobody dumb. You barely got through college. That woman went through college, law school. She was a lawyer. She was an attorney general. She was a state prosecutor, vice president, like a senator. Like, I don't see stupid. I see a very highly intelligent woman that makes you feel this small. You won and you still acting like you lost. Yes, she's been in every political area. She is overqualified. Way overqualified. You know, somebody said Trump pooped his pants. Somebody said that's why he was late to the UN. He pooped his pants, literally. At the age of 80 something, I think that could be possible. I just thought about that. I saw that video. Somebody said he pooped his pants. And he is in the he's getting close to 80, right? He's in his 80s, right? Or is he 70 or something like that? Yeah, somebody said he pooped his pants. That's why he was late. He was late to the UN. I don't know. I don't know. Now this shit right here, bruh. So, the U.S. first announced plans in 2016 to put Harriet Tubman, a woman who led enslaved people to freedom through the Underground Railroad, on the $20 bill by 2020. By 2020, that was 5 years ago. Okay? But the redesign was delayed. Now instead, legislation is being filed to mint a coin featuring podcaster, influencer, Charlie Kirk. A man that ain't made shit. A man that was just a podcaster and an influencer, and the way he got his money was through a right-wing conservative gave him $4 million to go out there and spread propaganda and spread hate and spread white Christian nationalism. A podcaster that got his money from an old man that could not even get out of community college. They want him on a fucking coin. But they could not get themselves together to put a woman who was responsible for freeing several 100,000 of slaves, who started a movement, who didn't play about it. They couldn't get that shit together. And I'm going to tell you something right now. If any Democrat signs off on that shit, if any Democrats go against them, vote against their ass. I don't give a fuck who it is. Go against them. Vote against them. There's no way in hell. That's like praising Hitler. And you know what? For all the white people that love Charlie Kirk, I get why you love him. I do. I understand it. I get why you love him. You love him because he represents everything that you are. I understand that. I understand that. He represents everything that you are. He embodies your hate. I get it. When he was gone, I didn't feel thing. I didn't feel hate. I didn't feel sadness. I didn't feel happy. I didn't feel any of that. I had no feeling for that man. And why? Because that man did not like anything that I represent. I'm black, I'm a woman, and I'm part of the LGBTQIA plus community. That man did not believe in unity. He believed in indoctrination. And it was working for y'all. I would not celebrate a man that believed in division on a goddamn coin that people have to see every day. He did nothing for the world. He did nothing for the United States except spread hate, misinformation, and indoctrinate white, straight, cis men and women into thinking that there is a war on Christianity. And I'm going to make something very clear. There is no war on Christianity. Like he tried to spread over and over and over again. There is no war on Christianity. Christianity, 62% of people in this country practice Christianity. There is Good Friday where banks are closed. The stock market is closed. Politicians invoke Christianity every day. Christian churches are tax-free. There is no war on Christianity. It is a lie that they use to indoctrinate y'all. For y'all to think that there is a problem. This country was not founded on Christianity. It was founded on freedom of religion, to practice your religion in peace without judgment, without fear of persecution. Your Christian faith is not under attack. Your hate is. Your hate is under attack. The shield you use as Christianity, that shield y'all use to spread hate, is under attack. Not your faith or your religion. And that's where y'all have it confused. Your white Christian nationalism, it's nothing but the KKK. It's nothing but Adolf's dream. Make America great again is nothing but putting white people at top and putting black and brown people back in servitude. Y'all are not under attack. Nobody is trying to take shit away from y'all. There is no replacement theory going on. You are not under attack as a white man in this country. You are not under attack as a white woman in this country. Your Christianity faith is not under attack. I'm going to tell you something right now. My God would not like the way you use his faith. My God would not like the way you use his faith to spread hate, to disenfranchise communities, to divide, to go to war in the name of God. You think God would want y'all to go to war? The battle is inside here, not against another person. And that's just real shit. All y'all internal racism and the way y'all hate us, that's an internal battle. That ain't got nothing to do with us whatsoever. That has nothing to do with us. So y'all using Christianity to tell white people and to tell black people that are lost in the sauce that their faith is under attack because people choose not to pray the same way you pray. That is a you problem. That is a you problem. No one hates y'all. What we do wish is y'all would leave us the fuck alone and pray. I don't think y'all pray enough. Y'all have no peace. I don't think y'all praying enough. Because the delusion that y'all are under attack and your faith is under attack, baby, that means you don't have faith in your God. That means you ain't having enough conversations with that man to understand that there's nothing going on. Y'all are using your Christian faith to try to put people under suppression. You're using your Christian faith to spread hate. You're using your Christian faith to tell women they should not have rights to their bodies, nor a voice to vote. You're using your Christian faith to tell people of color that they're moronic and they're not educated enough. You're using your Christian hate to hate your neighbor, whether they're gay, straight, or trans. That has nothing to do with Christianity. Not one damn thing. Y'all are not practicing Christianity. I don't know what the hell that is, but that is false. Y'all are serving a false God. Because the God I serve, no, baby. The God I serve, he would smite y'all right now. Literally. He would smite y'all. The God I serve would smite y'all. Y'all would not. No. He would not be playing that game with y'all at all. Y'all are playing a dangerous game. In Jesus' name. I was brought up Catholic. I was baptized Pentecostal. And now I am spiritual. I don't connect to any religion because I don't need a religion to know my God. I don't need a church to know my God. I don't need nobody to preach to me to know my God. Y'all are enslaved. Your mind is enslaved. You let somebody take over your faith to spread hate. You've let somebody hijack your faith to spread hate. And if you actually read that Bible, baby, you would be like, oh shit, I'm going the wrong way. The easiest thing is love thy neighbor. Ye who out sin, cast the first stone. I could have sworn we all have sinned. I don't think none of y'all have asked for forgiveness because you don't think you have anything to ask for. Y'all have put CK in a place of Jesus. Y'all said he was close to Jesus. Y'all said he was one of Jesus' disciples. Y'all are spreading blasphemy. Y'all are using a man that did not like anybody who wasn't straight, white, and cis. I don't care if he did have black friends. Just because you have black friends doesn't mean you can't be racist. Y'all using a man and saying that he's Jesus and he's God and he's one of his disciples. You are worshiping an idol. Are y'all not catching that? Y'all are worshiping an idol, a man. Y'all worshiping a human. A human. God don't play that. No one should be worshiped above him. And y'all are worshiping a man, a false idol. And y'all not thinking about that? Y'all not thinking about that? Y'all are emulating. Y'all said this man is immortal. Nobody's immortal on this fucking surface. No one is immortal. We don't even worship our fucking leaders like that. You ain't never heard us say this about Martin Luther King. You never heard us say this about Malcolm X, about Obama, about Kamala Harris, about Medgar Evers. You've never heard us speak like that because we know the difference. God spoke through them, but they will never be bigger than God. And I'm going to tell you right now, God didn't speak through Charlie Kirk. God didn't speak through Charlie Kirk. I know y'all don't want to believe that, but God doesn't spread hate. God wants to uplift. He wants everybody to come together. I don't think he would sit there and say, LGBTQI people should be stoned. I don't think he would sit there and say, yes, black women are moronic. And black people should have never got out of slavery. I think before the civil rights, they were doing way better in slavery because they were less violent. I just don't think my God would sit there and have that conversation and say, let's break bread. I don't think my God would do that. Actually, I know my God would not do that. Some of y'all, if God ever sent his son back down here, a lot of y'all would turn y'all back on that man because he's too liberal. He's too, we are the world. We are the children. He's too loving. I don't understand how y'all could use your faith. You would literally use your faith in the wrong way to the point where your soul is at risk. You would literally use your faith to worship a false idol and put your soul at risk. That is dangerous. And y'all gonna have to answer for that one day. One day y'all gonna have to answer for that shit. And speaking of faith, the people in Uganda gathered in the woods and waited for the rapture. Y'all have got to stop listening to these false preachers and these false idols. Nobody on earth knows when the rapture is coming, not even the angels in heaven. God made that very clear. No one will know when the rapture is coming. I will not let anybody know that shit. That is mine and mine alone. Y'all got it. I saw that a woman put her children up for adoption because she believed the rapture was coming. She put her children up. She gave them the CPS. People were selling their cars, quitting their jobs. For what? 2 days later, we all still chilling. 2 days later, we all still here. She really gave her children up. And this was a white woman. She put her children in CPS custody. Child, y'all better stop. Y'all better stop following these false idols. You're going to follow them over to a cliff. Y'all better stop following these false idols. Something is wrong with y'all. If you're that weak-minded, you're not serving God. If you're that weak-minded to ignore God's word, to follow a person, ooh, baby, we got more problems than what y'all think. I don't know who did this, but I love it. Somebody put a statue of Trump and Jeffrey Epstein holding hands as if they are gallivanting through the forest. They put a whole statue in front of it was built to the national. Sorry. That shit is classic, bruh. It was for National Friendship Month, which is in September. It is National Friendship Month. In the bronze statue was engraved with "Friends Forever." In honor of our Friendship Month, we celebrate the long-lasting bond between President Trump and his closest friend, Jeffrey Epstein, that was engraved in their hands in a heart shape. I don't know who did that shit, but that shit was classic. Kudos to you, because of course they had to remove the statue. They had to get that out the way. They couldn't. They removed the statue. How do y'all be coming up with this shit so quickly? Every week it's another statue. Every week it's another statue. How do y'all keep doing that shit? That is and y'all, the statue look good. I ain't gonna lie. It looks good. They're like this, holding hands. Like they really about to run through some trees and shit. It was great. It was great. We all heard about the immigrants being deported to Ghana, right? A group of 11 people deported from the United States to Ghana have all been returned to their home countries despite fearing torture and persecution. Now, we know a lot of those people that came here were seeking asylum from their countries. So the nationals from Nigeria, Togo, Mali, and Gambia and Liberia have previously sued the Ghanaian government to fight for their removal and said their deportations from Ghana was expedited without access to lawyers or due process. They were doing everything they could to stay in Ghana. That didn't happen. The Trump administration has third country agreements with several nations, including Ghana, which agreed to accept U.S. deportees of different nationalities as a part of the Trump's crackdown on immigrants. If those people come up missing or unalived, we know why. We know why. People seek asylum for a reason. I don't know what's going on in Africa, but a woman was almost kidnapped from, y'all saw that black woman that was almost kidnapped from a hotel. I mean, I'm happy she's alive. And the crazy part about it is the hotel people would not help her. They was going to traffic her. Y'all done made me think twice about going to Africa now. I'm not trying to be a part of no, especially what happened in Dubai with that, with African women being told that they're going for a job and they end up being in a trafficking ring. But there is a place. There is a place we can go to get peace. There is a place, y'all, for us to go and get peace. Sweden is the first country to be prescribed for anxiety. Y'all heard me right. Sweden is the first country to be prescribed as an available prescription for relaxation, reconnecting with nature, for depression, for stress. I've never heard of this, but it sounds good. A whole country. Prescribe me a country. Prescribe me a country, bro. You Hey, I'm depressed, man. I'm going through a lot. I'm stressed out. I'm gonna prescribe you a month in Sweden. Bruh. For real? Now I just want to know. They have 3 intervention themes: nature, culture, and social prescribing. I just want to know, are y'all paying for the hotel and the flight? That's the question. Are y'all paying for the hotel and the flight? Because if y'all are, I will hop a flight right now. I got a shitload of anxiety. Trust me. I will take that flight. I will go to Sweden. It looks beautiful. It looks calm. It looks peaceful. I think they're the most peaceful country in the world. I think so. What, your insurance? You think your medical insurance will pay for it? I'm with that. I am with that. So that's just something to think about, y'all. Talk to y'all doctors. Now, Italy and Spain have announced they are sending their military ships to protect the global Samad flotilla. That's all the ships from all over the country, all over the world going into Gaza. They're sending their military ships to aid them. Now, Canada, UK, France, and Australia all have recognized Palestine as a state. And people are saying that they need to join Italy and Spain and put their shit in, the water. They need to put their ships in the water as well. And I agree. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. Put y'all ships in the water. France, UK, and Australia. Join Italy and Spain. I guarantee you they asses won't be doing shit. They're going to let that shit go right on through. Yeah, we don't want to go against everybody and their mama. The more people, the more countries that show up behind that flotilla, it's going to be hard for Israel to not let them in. It's going to be hard. Really hard. Because not only are you going against other countries, now you got their military involved. And their military is just trying to protect. So if you start popping off at their military ships and their submarines, now Palestine ain't by themselves. Now Yemen ain't by themselves. Iran ain't by themselves. Everybody and their mama jumping in. Put me in the game, coach. Everybody and their mama is jumping in. I know the men are going to hate this shit. 1 in 3 women that are Gen Z identify as gay, bisexual, trans, queer. 1 in 3 women. This epidemic of women just saying, fuck it, I'm coming over to your team. Come on over. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I've been with more women than I've ever been with men. I'm being honest with you. I've been with more women than I've ever been with men. If I did not live in Atlanta, it'd be a whole different story for me. Baby, it's not a choice for me who I'm attracted to. Don't get it twisted. I've always loved women. That's probably one of the reasons why my men be so like throwing shade at me. That's why they be so mad at me at the end of our breakup. Go be with a woman. Okay. Man, I can't do nothing with you. You like women. See, the thing is, with men, if they know that, if they come into the game with you and they know you like women and they know you bisexual, they will never try to invite a woman in your bed. They won't do it. Because, baby, I'm about to take over. You will feel like an outsider, okay? I'm just being honest. So I don't see, I see why 1 in 3 women in the Gen Z area are turning over this side. It's a lot more peaceful over here. I'm just being real. They will not invite a woman in that bedroom. My last man, Mr. Big, he understood that I was bisexual. But one day we were out and this girl walked by and y'all would have swore I was a nigga. The way I looked at her, he was like, yep, no. He said, I thought you liked, but no. Tracy, your mom had a choice too. You're here. I think she picked the wrong choice, but baby, it's not a choice who I'm attracted to. It's a choice of who I choose to deal with. Let's make this very clear. It's not a choice who I'm physically, emotionally, and spiritually attracted to. It is a choice on who I choose to deal with. That is the difference. And that's what y'all can't comprehend. Yes, I am blessed to be able to choose both sides, bitch. And this fat ass, this beautiful face, this hair down my back, and my spit game. Ooh! I was born this way. I've been with more women. I've been attracted to women for a very long time. I just never acted on it because hateful people like you. I saw what it meant to come out the closet. I saw what could happen to me if I spoke up and said that I liked to be with women. So yes, I closed that side of myself down. I didn't act on it until I was in a space that I felt comfortable in. So no, if I had the choice, I would have been dating girls in high school. If I had the choice, I would have been dating girls in high school. But I saw the persecution of gay girls or girls dating girls at a very young age. You hear the stories, you see what happens to them. And so you shut shit down. So I closed that part off of me until I got to college. And I was freely able to explore that part of me. And I was no longer ashamed. Y'all sound stupid. A lot of people hide because of how y'all act. When it don't have nothing to do with y'all. Who I love, who I lay next to, has nothing to fucking do with nobody but me. But yet everybody want to be involved in that shit. Bitch, are you in the bedroom with me? Are we tag teaming? No. We not. I don't talk about the trifling ass man you lay next to. Why the fuck you worried about me? That's just real shit. Y'all act like being gay is a problem or being bisexual is a problem. Y'all got a nigga sitting next to you that don't pay shit. That don't take care of nothing. And yet you worried about me. It is not a sin. It's not a sin. I'm going to say it again. It is not a sin. The Bible was changed from child to man. So you young white perverts could sleep with young girls and get away with it. It was to fit y'all narrative. It got changed in 1940s. I think it was 1942. The Bible was amended once again for white men that wanted to be able to lay with girls that didn't even hit puberty again. It is not a sin to love the way I love. But y'all made it a sin so y'all could sleep with little girls. Child marriage is still a thing in this country. Man should not lay with a child. Got changed to man should not lay with another man. For the sake of y'all. So y'all could do what y'all wanted to do to young girls. Y'all use the Bible so you could sleep with little girls. And so you could try to persecute people like me. What does that say? Who are y'all for real? That y'all would fuck with something so precious just so you could be a pervert. It is nothing wrong with loving the way you love, long as you love honestly. Being gay is not a sin. Sleeping with a child is. I'm not finna let that shit slide. Y'all change the Bible to fit your narrative. And then y'all use that Bible to say it's okay to do certain shit. That Bible has been written in so many goddamn versions, none of that shit could be true anymore. That's why I only go by one thing, them 10 commandments. Because that's the only thing God actually brought down. That's the only thing that has not been tainted by man. The Bible was in Hebrew. Hebrew can mean several things in different languages. And y'all rewrote that bitch over and over and over again. And then y'all sold it. Y'all sold it to make money and profit. Who profits off of God? Who profits off of God? Who uses God to make a fucking profit? Even with marriage, marriage was for profit. Y'all sold off y'all little girls to buy land, to make a war agreement. Y'all sold off y'all children to get a cow. To make a fucking deal. To bring two countries together without them having a fucking say-so at all. Don't play with me. Like I said, being gay is not a sin. Sleeping with a child is. And that's the end of that. That is the end of that. Trump, Lindsey Graham is starting to ramp up this third term Trump shit again. Lindsey Graham is starting to ramp up this Trump he wants Trump to run for a third term, and that is illegal. That is against the Constitution. That was ratified a long time ago, okay? You only get 2 terms. That's it. Now, if he tries to run again, we are now in an authoritarian state. He has now turned himself into Putin and Kim Jong-un. That's just what it is. I don't know who these people are, but I hope they catch them. Armed robbers steal $1 million worth of jewelry in a store in California. 20 mass robbers. 20 of them. They, like, bruh. I hope they catch all y'all. Every last one of y'all need to go to jail. I know times are hard, but my boy, Y'all going to jail. It only gonna take one of y'all. And it's gonna go down. It's gonna go down. It's gonna be a effect. Like, they gonna get y'all cars. All of y'all cars, they gonna get those license plates. And if you don't, I'm gonna say this, if you don't like the way the fuck I speak, get the fuck off my page. Block me. You don't have to be here. I keep telling y'all that. If you don't like what the fuck I have to say, get the fuck off my page. I'm not here to serve you. I'm not your mammy, I'm not your maid, and I'm not your slave. I've never seen people that actually want to be around somebody they can't fucking stand. I don't even do that shit with my relatives. More corruption. Trump's DOJ has reduced its number of anti-corruption lawyers from 36 to 2. What does that say? They've reduced their anti-corruption lawyers from 36 to 2. So anti-corruption, ain't nobody finna be checking corruption anymore. There's no lawyers for it. They ain't got nobody on the docket. So these companies are about to be running rampant with they shit. I don't know how, but we already know. 2 things Trump don't like is people fucking with money that he steals or takes from another country or another company, and people who are against fascism. Like, he's still trying to figure out who Antifa is. He's still trying to figure out who Antifa is. Y'all got a problem in Oklahoma. Y'all got a problem in Oklahoma. Well, Oklahoma got a problem within itself. Y'all 50 in education, shit. But that superintendent that wants Truth Turning Point USA to be in every high school and every college, he is resigning. He's resigning, and he's about to be the CEO. He's about to be the CEO of a union that is about to attack teachers' unions. Don't clap. It's called the Teacher Freedom Alliance. It's a conservative group. He says we're going to destroy teacher unions. So it's not going to just be the unions in Oklahoma. It's going to be unions around the country. He's going to attack teacher unions. Like, teachers already don't get paid enough. Their unions are there for a reason. Their unions are there for, Their unions are there for a reason. He says, we have seen the teacher unions use money and power to corrupt our schools, to undermine our schools, and spread a far left liberal ideology. I didn't know teaching history was far left. I didn't know teachers teaching actual history is far left. Y'all don't even want the truth of history to come out. Like, that's why I say conservatives and far right wing people are not for progression. They're for suppression. They don't want progress. They want suppression. When you're attacking teachers now who go to school and get certified, they go to school and get certified to teach. And now you're attacking them? I don't get it. How is this country supposed to progress and evolve if every time we turn around, we got white folks trying to suppress it? And yes, it's white people. I'm sorry. I am sorry, y'all. It is white folks. This superintendent, he's a white man. He wanted to put Bibles in the schools. He didn't want kids learning about education when they're 50th in education. These kids can barely read in his state. But he wanted them to read the Bible. and understand the Bible. They can't comprehend how to put a fucking sentence together, yet you want them to decipher the Bible. Make that make sense. That Bible I read as a young child was confusing as fuck. Can I get the general version? Can I get the basic version? Ye, thou, oh. I thought Obi-Wan Kenobi was speaking to me. And you want kids to learn the Bible. You want them to read that instead of learning how to put sentences together. Instead of learning how to add and subtract. Learn about history. Learn about science. Baby. Now, I don't want nobody to get alert. But Petey Boy has just ordered all military leaders around the globe, not in the United States, around the globe, to meet him in Virginia for an important meeting next week. Thank you. Around the globe, y'all. Every general, every major, all of them are going to be in one place next week. Do you think that's smart? That ain't smart. What the fuck is about to go down? You asking for every general, every major, every person on over the Navy, over the Air Force, over the Marines, over the Army to be in one spot next week. I don't know what's going on, but the officers and the majors and the leaders that they spoke to, they said this has never happened in history. It has never happened in history. They have never been all called at one time. It has never happened. They got to leave their post to come there. That has never happened. So whatever is about to happen right now, I don't even want to know. I mean, I want to know. I need to know. I feel like it's about to be something about black folks. Honestly, I feel like it's about him, about giving orders, about removing people from the military. I think some people are about to be fired. I think some people are about to be let go. I think some people are about to be discharged. I really feel like that's what's about. I could be wrong, but that's just my thought. That is my thought. You can't have a coup. You can't take over a country if you got people that serve in the military that don't believe in your ideology. I'm saying, you cannot take over a country and hold it hostage if you got people in the military who do not agree with your ideology. That's just my thought. I could be wrong, but that is my thought. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I really hope that I am wrong. I hope that it's something else. Actually, no, I don't want it to be nothing. I don't want it to be nothing. Let me be real. I don't want it to be nothing. I want this shit to be canceled. I want it to be, that's never happened in our history. Calling our leaders from every military branch around the world to come and have a meeting. That's never happened. I asked my granddaddy about that. He was like, that's never happened. Even when Pearl Harbor happened, that's never happened. When Bosnia happened, it didn't happen. When Afghanistan happened, that did not happen. Even when we were going to war, that never happened. So what's going on now? What is going on now is the question. So History lesson, and then I'm out. On September 24th, 1957, President Dwight D. Eisenhower deployed federal troops to Little Rock, Arkansas to guide 9 black students into Central High School, known as the Little Rock Nine. These young students became icons of determination and movement toward desegregation in American public schools. 68 years later, 68 years later, my mom is 69. My mom is 69. And y'all really act like racism was hundreds of years ago. My mom is 69 years old. 1 year removed. I am 1 generation removed from segregation. Do y'all not understand that? I am 1 generation removed from segregation. "68 years later, we pay homage to their bravery and remember their names. And people think that we be y'all think we gaslight when we talk about how close we are of getting back to that place. I'm only 1 generation removed from that shit. And you think I'm not going to fight as hard as I can to not go back there? My mom was born in hate. My grandmother was born in real hate. And my great-grandmother was a slave. And y'all talk about, oh, we don't have racism doesn't exist. It does exist. It's in the foundation of our government. It's just seen differently. It is evolved. It is evolved into the systems and the practices of this government. And if racism didn't exist, then Turning Point USA would not exist. If racism didn't exist, we wouldn't have people making songs right now about sundown towns and hanging people from trees. If racism didn't exist, we wouldn't have people of different colors being snatched all out of their homes and being dragged other places, and people coming up missing, and people being strange fruit. If racism didn't exist, DEI would not exist if racism did not exist. And DEI has more to do with, it's not, black people were at the bottom of DEI. White women were at the top of DEI. See, y'all only look at DEI when y'all come to black folks. But DEI has to deal with white people, the veterans, people with disability, Asians, Mexicans, and then black people. Y'all like to just look at DEI as us. That is racism. DEI is nothing but saying, hey, there are qualified people everywhere. Let me not ignore them. And I am a generation removed from that shit. I'm a generation removed from being colored. I'm a generation removed from having to sit in the back of a fucking bus or entering from a back of a restaurant or not being able to go to a school with a decent book. Or not getting health care. Or being told I can't vote. Or being tested so I can vote. Y'all got me fucked up if y'all don't think I'm gonna use my goddamn voice. I ain't doing that shit. I ain't going out like that. I don't know if I'm gonna be live tomorrow, y'all, because I'm going out of town to go see my best friend. If I go live, I'm going live from her house. If I don't go live, I will see y'all Monday. All right? Be good to each other. Say something nice to each other. Whether they black, white, yellow, or orange. Just try to do one nice thing for somebody today. Whether you hate them or not. I'm just saying. That's the only way we can counter hate. Want to say bye to the people? Come here. Come here. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Bye, y'all. Don't look at me like that. We about to go outside. Bye, peoples. Even the racist ones. Go.